Yeah.
Now,
We had to research how to do that.
That's actually a real illness. For
Yeah, it is. It's
northern
real.
England.
now, I had to ask about something that I think every young man has to deal with at some point. What is a monobrow infestation?
Yeah, well, monobrow is, you know,
Follically enhanced.
Yeah, so
Problem. We've all been there.
Yeah, I haven't.
No,
but,
okay.
But yeah, it needs to be diagnosed and cured pretty quickly. If it doesn't, it'll fester, and you might shed a bit of hair. And in fact,
it will actually leave the body, and it needs to be got rid of before the health inspectors arrive.
It looks like the monobrows are multiplying in the hospital.
They breed
Oh
very,
man, that's
they're big
brilliant.
breeders, the monobrows,
they like
monobeasts.
they like dirty places.
What?
So you've got to keep your
Kill the
hospital clean and
infestation.
well-maintained.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So in the first game they had a similar
I
thing,
want to
but
ask
with
about
just
sort
the
of how
rats.
the game evolves over time, because Theme
This is
Hospital was
brilliant.
very
This is cool.
mission-based. How does
Are you
the
still
experience of
live on
running a
YouTube?
hospital change as the game goes on?
yeah, so once you've started your first hospital, it's it's a pretty simple affair, and then you move on through
I would
two-point
have to
counting.
double
There's
check.
different regions. There's
Oh,
a
no.
cold region. There's warm regions with contagious diseases, and there's
poor regions, there's rich
disasters as well,
regions.
Yeah. So we've got volcanoes.
Yeah,
In fact,
we've got all sorts of wonderful, weird effects can happen in different parts of the
So
world.
you might struggle to manage your hospital empire because a volcano went off nearby.
Yeah, it's about spinning plates, isn't it? You've got
Yeah, I've been offline on
everything set up
YouTube for
nicely,
like
and
20
then
minutes now.
Something
curveballs
happens.
thrown at you. So.
Well, I'd love to know more information about
Well, on the
when
top it
2
says
Point
view count
Hospital
reporting
is coming out.
metrics may be incorrect
Well,
for
we're coming up
June
to
4 and 5. We're working
and,
to resolve
you can
it.
check us out by
But are you
going onto our
live?
Steam page and hopefully
No.
wish listing.
No?
And
I mean,
yeah,
you're
we're coming
not
later
live?
in
Oh,
the
wait, I'm on a different account here, sorry. Hold on.
Well, I'm personally, again, really looking forward to it coming out. Thanks so much for joining me, Doctor and Doctor.
Thank you. Thank
Talk
you.
about 2 Point Hospital. Now, our second Battle Royale game of the afternoon takes a fantasy RPG-esque bent, and you may have even seen it getting streamed on Twitch in the previous week. Let's take a look at Hi-Rez's
No, I'm
Realm
live.
Royale.
You're live? Let me see it. Let me look for your channel. Like, I don't see you live. Is YouTube messed up?
I mean, it's not in green, it's in gray, but I'm seeing the feed.
You're seeing the feed? Are you sure it's not from like before or something? Mine's gray and I don't see any feed. And I noticed that I don't have any viewers on
Showing
YouTube.
the PC show right now.
Joining me to talk about Realm
I'm just waiting
Royale
for
is
the
executive
Realm
producer
Royale
of
thing to
Hi-Rez
show up on screen, and then I
Studios.
can
It's Rory
prove that.
Newbro, aka Dry Bear.
Yeah, actually, let
Mr.
me find your
Dry
channel.
Bear, what separates Realm Royale from other types of battle royale games in the genre?
It's a good question. So before you
Yeah,
go
you-
up
you
in the
went
air to determine
offline the
where
same
you land
time
on
I
the
did.
map, you'll actually choose from a list of fantasy classes like mage or hunter or assassin.
I think
and
YouTube may be
specify your
having
unique
issues
play
or
style
something.
before you land.
How do these different classes work?
So the engineer will be more about bunkering down, putting up shields, putting down turrets. The assassin will get behind the lines using stealth, use a sniper rifle to take out targets. And the warrior will
Oh,
just jump
remember
in
I
there
told
throwing
you
axes
that
and
there
being
was
great.
a
some of the
fantasy
streams
battle
that I've
royale?
watched, it
This
also
is the
seemed
one I
like
was
there
talking
were
about.
Yeah,
abilities,
yeah, my brother
not
was playing it
just the
yesterday.
loot and
I saw it
find stuff.
yesterday.
Can you talk to me about how the ability mechanics work?
Once you choose a class, it'll come with a set of abilities, and you'll actually be upgrading these during the match, but it specifies your play style. And so as you're looting, abilities as well as armor and weapons will come out of the chest.
Okay.
You'll start equipping that and determining the play style you want, and so you can just really specify.
And you mentioned this a little bit. I've seen it on stream. Talk to me about crafting in the game. I mean, how does crafting work in a game where there's a constantly shrinking play circle?
We're
I
really
think
excited
maybe
about this. So strewn across the map,
YouTube
there are
just
places
acting
called
up.
forges. And
Yeah.
so once you go to the forge, you'll collect shards from disenchanting loot you find as you're going about. And you'll use these shards to start crafting legendary gear, very powerful pieces that everyone will want.
Yeah.
Once you start the forge, a smokestack will appear above the forge, and everyone
You
comes
haven't
over
gone
to
live
fight.
yet,
The objective,
you
even.
said?
Big team fight.
Huh?
So I know that Realm Royale is
You said
currently
you
available
haven't
for
gone live
free
again?
on Steam. but I hear
I mean, I ended the stream and I bumped it back up again, but you know,
right. So free on
still
Steam,
not
we're
live.
actually out for less than a week now, and we were already number 4 on Steam charts. And this week at E3, through Mixer, if you stream on Mixer and you're playing, the streamer that gets closest to the Crown Royale will enter into the hype zone. So everyone will see you you'll be featured on the main page of Mixer. And you'll have a chance to win the Jailbird chicken skin, which is our first piece of cosmetic. It's a little chicken with like a little jailbird like prisoner outfit and just box around. It's hilarious.
Yeah, if you don't know the chicken mechanic, seriously, please look it up right now. Rory, thanks so much for joining me on stage to talk about Realm Royale. Once again, it's for free on Steam right now. Our next game is one that was shown at last year's PC Gaming Show, and Frankie has some updates of what they've been up to.
Yes, John, as you may remember, our next game is made by a core team of just 2 people. It's called Ooblets, and it's a farming and creature
not much.
indie
Apparently we've
by
gone
Pokemon,
offline on
Harvest
YouTube,
Moon, and Animal
both
Crossing.
of us, so I think there's something
This
wrong with
fresh
YouTube,
trailer
maybe.
features a first look at their unique combat system, along with
I gotta
plenty
just
of
tell
cute
chat that if
Ooblets
they're
and
on YouTube or
environments.
anything to come over.
Take a gander.
Oh, this game I've seen before. This is adorable. I'm gonna pick this one up. It's kind of like Animal Crossing with a mix of like Sims and stuff like that.
Now, it wouldn't be a PC gaming show without a dash of strategy, which is why I'm delighted that we get the chance to share with you the next in the Anno games. Let's take a look at Anno 1880.
Look, the new Anno game. Well, it showed up. I was not wrong. It just didn't show up on the right press conference.
Joining me on the stage to talk about it is the executive producer, Burkhard Rathheiser, and community developer, Bastian Thun. Gentlemen, welcome to the stage. I want to begin right away by asking, for people who haven't seen or experienced the Anno series, what are these types of games like?
Yeah, well, Anno 1800 is a PC.
I'm going to take this chance as well to try to refresh the stream, guys. In case I come back and the page is still not loaded, try to refresh the page. I'm only going to do this for like 5 seconds.
Simulation and naval warfare. And at its core, it's a sandbox game. So you have a vast amount of freedom to explore the world and build huge cities.
And I wonder if you could talk to me a little bit about why the choice of the 19th century for this game.
Well, the 19th century, it's such an interesting and rich era. There was so much happening in this era.
It should be back.
So we had 2 industrial revolutions. We had major scientific inventions. and also big social changes, and also the creation of the big imperial empires. So it's
let me know if anyone can tell me if I'm live or not.
That we'll get to see from the 19th
I'm checking out your channel now. I don't see
it's
live
kind
yet.
of for the player. It's basically you start with the first.
I think it's either a YouTube thing or a restream thing.
Yeah. And then it's kind of.
I see restream trying to connect and stuff.
So
yeah,
kind of
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you might be right. It might be one of the two.
In this rich era.
And I understand that.
Oh well, at least I'm recording it and I can put it on YouTube later.
Work with the community, how to gather feedback. I was wondering if you could talk to me about what is Anno Union.
So last year at Gamescom, when we actually revealed the game, we decided on, you know what, it's pre-alpha, we revealed the game. We invited the community to basically become a member of our development team. So we launched our Anno Union platform. It's a place where we give constant weekly updates on the current development and invite players to give feedback and basically help us developing the game.
Can you give me like an example of exactly how some choices have been steered by the community?
So there's a lot of different stuff we did. So like from feedback we got on our blogs and focus playtests where invited players. We got so much great feedback, which had to completely rebalance the mid and late game of the game. Also, we heavily expanded on core features of the game based on feedback. We said like, okay, that really seems to work. Players like that, so okay. Let's do it like improve the quality a little bit even more.
Yeah.
But they can also vote on actual game content. So we had a big vote for an AI opponent in the game, for a community creation contest where they could create their own island and stuff like this.
And I understand that some of this footage that you're sharing right now is pieces that people can go to anno-union.com and vote on right now.
Exactly. So right just in time for E3, you can go to anno-union.com, check out, we have a vote up where you can vote on one of 5 ships in the game. And that's only the first stage, because in the second stage, we will allow you to design your own ship variant. So the winner of that first vote, then you can hand in your own design nodes, drawings, 3D models, whatever you like. And the winner of that contest
do you think it's maybe the server? What server are you connected to on the restream?
Go to again to get the most information.
Miami server.
Yeah, just check out anno-union.com. That's basically our big community platform, and we want to invite
I'm trying to read their Discord to see if there's any complaints
out there to come help us developing the game, sharing feedback. Just check it out.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on stage to talk about Anno 1800. Our next title is the final battle royale of the night, and Frankie is going to be talking about it, and it's a little bit maybe not what you'd expect.
Publisher TinyBuild is known for discovering distinctive indie developers and bringing their quirky ideas to the fore, with Cluster Truck, Speedrunners and Hello Neighbor among their catalogue of hits. And now I'm delighted to be able to bring you the world-exclusive reveal of a game developed by Galvanic Games in cooperation with Explosion. Inspired by the Cyanide and Happiness webcomic, Rapture Rejects is Battle Royale as you've never seen one before, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. Top down, isometric, cartoony, and basically bonkers.
What?
Let's take a look at what happens when the man upstairs makes an epic fail and only beams up the bad people. Introducing Rapture Rejects.
What is going on with this? Is this a Fortnite clone thingy?
Something like that, yeah. Battle Royale.
Build explosions. Oh my god.
Every day I strive to be closer to your light.
What?
I pray that when Judgment Day, that most holiest of days, comes upon us,
This is gonna be hilarious.
all the good people to heaven, that I may live in eternal glory by your side. Amen.
But it's not you, bro. Going to hell.
Little help. Thanks, bro.
Oh.
Aww. You can hear the laughter in the audience.
Yes.
Oh, it's unique.
Oh my god.
Smell you later, you old
Oh no!
Oh god, no! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I like that. That was cool.
My gosh.
I can't believe we got to show that trailer. That's so great. Our
You're all
final
going to
game
hell.
that we will be showcasing this evening is from perhaps the most famous stealth action
we're finishing
franchise
up.
in gaming, the Hitman series. Let's take a look at a brand new trailer from Hitman 2.
Welcome to Miami.
One of the things is here in Miami.
The innovation
Cool.
race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox. A day of high-octane thrills and two very public targets.
After this, I'll probably go offline just to see, give it a
Me
little
too.
bit of time.
Yeah. Maybe we've been streaming too long, I don't know. But then again, I've streamed 11 hours before, no issue.
How long do you want to talk about Sony? Do you think 30 minutes would be fine? Or?
30 minutes will be fine, just because I'm starting to get a little bit fatigued. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Too much E3.
We'll likely come back at 8:30.
Yeah. If this ends right now. I mean, this is the biggest game they've shown, I think.
Yeah, they'll talk about it. They have a really cool mode, this one that they just showed there. Sniper mode kind of thing. You should look at the trailer for that
Joining
later
me
on.
to talk about
It's
Hitman
pretty
2
cool.
is game director from IO Interactive, Jacob Mickelson. Join me up here, Jacob. Come on out, we gotta talk. Assassination.
Hey, Sean.
Welcome, Jacob. Thanks for joining me. I mean, right away, tell me, what is Agent 47 doing in Miami?
Well, he's there to pay a visit to Sharon Robert Knox, who are part of the Kronstadt Empire. And yeah, we all know how that ends, right?
Well, given that it's a Hitman game, I have some hints. And, you know, I always felt like in the Hitman games, the environment was so critical, trying to study and trying to understand it. What are some of the elements in Miami that will show up in Hitman 2?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Miami is, I think it's one of the biggest events we've ever created in the game. And in Miami, we have, of course, the race as the centerpiece.
Yeah.
But being this super high detailed sandbox, we also go to great lengths to actually create all the surrounding bits and pieces, like you have here, backstage area. Of course, we also have that in Miami. So pits and paddocks, there's an emergency room, and so on. So all the facilities needed in order for you to kind of make your own way through the mission and take advantage of the locations and all the different disguises and items you stumble upon as you move in closer to your targets.
And in terms of the mechanics, I know that there's going to be a lot of the familiar feels, but what are some of the brand new mechanics that are in Hitman?
Yeah, some of the new stuff is, for instance, the crowds we saw here in Miami. First of all, there's more than ever.
Yeah,
we're close to 2,000 people now in the scenes. And on top of that, we also introduced a new crowd mechanic where you can dip into the crowd if you get in trouble. So as long as they are not fleeing or running away, then they're there for you to hide in, so in case you get chased by guards. Another new thing is the picture-in-picture mechanic where you get information about what's going on other places in the level. So if you're setting up traps and stuff like that, you can kind of keep track of where the important characters are. And last but not least, we have the fan favorite, which is the sniper briefcase is back. But this time it's not only for sniper rifles, it's also for all the other things you want to carry around kind of without causing too much attention to yourself.
And I want to ask about some of the weapons and the disguises that have been showing up throughout these trailers.
Yeah, we go to great lengths. I think the theme of this showing is going to be the fish. It's really, it's a studio favorite. We're having a lot of laughs at that, right? And then, of course, you just saw it in the kitchen. There's a frying pan, so we all know the kitchen is the most dangerous room in your house, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
Also counts in Hitman.
And I want to ask about some of my favorite content from Hitman, things like elusive targets, limited time events. Will those be making a comeback?
Absolutely. So there's still going to be escalations for you to kind of challenge the game in many different ways. There's going to be challenge packs.
Hey man, as long as it sells, right? That's why they keep making it.
The elusive targets that pop up for a short
still
period of
sells
time
very well on Wii.
one shot at this.
Like it's a 2-gen old system.
As my final question,
2 generations behind. That's
when does
crazy.
Hitman 2 come out?
Hitman 2 comes out November 13, and if you pre-order right now, you also get access to a new game mode called Sniper Assassin, where you get to play as Agent 47, and also, for the first time in the franchise, you can play along with a friend.
Yeah, you can actually see mines up there.
Well, Jacob, thank you so much for coming out. I'm super looking forward to Hitman 2.
Thank you.
I might be the worst Hitman ever, but I try hard. Now, Jacob, I'm going to thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to escort you off to the right. So you're going to rush off this way, because coming in from the left, for the first time ever, vaguely nearby me, it's the co-host, Frankie. Come here, Frankie.
They let me come down from the balcony for
All right,
good
I think we can wrap it up, maybe.
Well, Frankie,
I think they're just going to say their goodbyes and partners.
The PC Gaming Show is done. Thank you so much for joining us to host this
I'm going to be honest, I didn't take any notes.
Thanks for all of you.
No, we shouldn't even talk about it.
Today, it was a blast.
It was a casual watch. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
And of course,
we are going to be doing
entertaining.
Sony pre-show and talking about Sony afterwards as well. So you guys want to stick around and watch that. We'll be back at 8:30, right?
Around 8:30, yeah, give or take. We'll see. I gotta find some food because it's dinner time and I'm starving.
We have about 45 minutes, a little less than that maybe, to go run around, take a break, come back, and redo this again for Sony. It's gonna be a good night.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Ready, guys? You wanna tell everybody who you are, Pixel?
For those still hanging around, I'm Pixel Radio. I do a little bit of streaming for gaming, but my main thing is for video game music. If you guys want to come in and bring in your own music for the community to listen to, we are 24/7, and you're able to put in your music as a rotation. And you can find us at pixelradio.xyz. And if you're interested in my streaming for video games, I'm on Twitch and YouTube, both under PixelRadioTV.
All right. For those of you who don't know who I am the Gutsy Gamer. I'm a streamer on Twitch and YouTube. You can find me on twitch.tv/thegutsygamer, as well as youtube.com/thegutsygamer. I stream video games, all kinds of video games. Right now, I am focusing on the Legend of Zelda series. I'm playing through the entire series, very far in actually. We're going to be playing Hyrule Warriors this Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you guys there. You can follow me also on my Twitter. It's @thegutsygamer06. But yeah, again, we'll be back at around 8:30 to do our pre-show for Sony's E3 press conference. That's the most hype. They're the ones that always steal the show, so hoping for the redemption for E3 there. Because this one's kind of been lukewarm, I'm gonna be honest. But
yeah, definitely.
We'll see you in a little bit, guys.
See you all later. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.